anything to help these people. There's been mass famines, and this dear leader is supposed to love all the children. It seems like if you're in that city and if you're in that particular class of people that know somebody in government or are part of a family lineage, then you get, preferred treatment. But there's 3 classes in North Korea from what this documentary had put out. And it was kind of interesting because there was a Spanish speaker who was friends with the government who just loves North Korea. It says that if you lived over here, you'd understand it, and you would want to live over here, and you would want to move because it's such a free and open society. And I'm thinking, man, I guess you could brainwash just about anybody. This guy, Jesus, was brainwashed big time. Loving it long time. So I think him and Un got something going on. I mean, if you like the communist ways of life, and you don't want to have any human rights, and you don't want to have a mind of your own, you don't want freedom of the press, freedom of religion, being able to start a business, being able to pursue an education of your choice, being openly gay, or whatever it is that you want to do, you don't get a choice. You don't get a say. People are just getting paid off, I think, to be able to say these things. That's why I like the movie, The Interview, because there's so many truths on there, is that they show you the North Korea that they want you to see, and that's it. But if you go off that beaten path, you're going to see a different story, which reminds me of going to Jamaica. Because when I go to Jamaica, and listen, I'm not patting myself on the shoulder, but, I do missions. And when we go over there, we don't stay in the nice hotels. We go to the bush country. We get out of the resort areas altogether. We go to the crime-ridden areas in Jamaica. We build houses for the poor. And it's a national organization called Food for the Poor. We go into the rough and tumble. We go where people need the help the most, and we help people. And it's a good thing. And if you ever get the opportunity to see how the poorest of the poor live, you get a new appreciation for what you have. And you may not have a lot, but you have more than most. And what the Jamaicans used to tell me was that we have gold in our dumpsters over here. And I remember Chuck telling me, the founder of this broadcast, when he was down on his luck, Chuck was homeless under a bridge, and he thought of a way where he could make some money. And this happened right here in Tampa, Florida. And you can do this anywhere. But he would beat the trash truck, where they would, if you put your television, you'd put furniture, when it was that time of the month, he would go ahead of that truck and he would load up his pickup truck with items that he would sell at a flea market, with what people would throw away. And I have seen people in the area that I live, truly, and I don't have a flea market vendor's license or whatever it is. I don't do that. But if I needed to, I would. But people throw away beautiful dinettes, dining room tables that not even a scratch. They know people will pick it up, but they just put it right out. And gosh, 20, 30 minutes later, somebody just picks it up that drives through the neighborhood and said, oh, my God, they're throwing that out. Somebody's trash is your treasure. But and a lot of people are doing that I have found, that have repurposed things. That's a neat word, repurpose, that you go to an antique store and you find something, you repurpose it, and then turn around and sell it. You can clean something up. So if you go to, say, a garage sale, a lot of people do. I've had neighbors where the lady might stay home and the gentleman might have a job as a landscaper, for instance. She'll sell the stuff on eBay. So she'll go to the thrift stores during the day with the young kids, and it's kind of fun. And they'll find stuff that needs to be cleaned up, toys. She'll go clothing shopping, and they'll find different brands, and they'll be able to find out what this stuff is in great condition and make a decent living and do it all in the comfort and convenience of your home. But she had to find the stuff, a little scavenger hunt. But she started learning, what some of the name brands were, with purses and jewelry and types of clothing that people were looking for. And people donate some really nice stuff. So say there was a designer scarf that may have been worth $300. She sold it for $250. What a nice profit for going to the thrift store. No kidding. Just an idea for somebody that's looking to maybe pick up a few extra bucks during the holiday. Might have lost your job, unemployed. You know, I'm humbled when some of our supporters, send me a buck a month. It's $12 a year, 12 months, okay? And I'm grateful. I had a gentleman that was sending me a buck a month, and he stopped sending it. And I told him, I said, thanks for your support. And he says, I'll be back. He just had to get his account squared away. People have bad times. They have bad luck. But people are looking to be creative, looking for different ways on being able to pull in a few extra bucks. And if you're like that, you may want to consider doing this. And you're like, I don't know about computers and I don't know about that eBay. Well, listen, if you can type in ebay.com, you can set yourself up an account. Can you take a picture on your phone? You can. Email it to yourself and take that picture or pictures, and more descriptive you can about the item. And you set yourself up a little page where people, they're searching for a particular item, they find it, and you have your account, and the money goes into your PayPal account or into your bank account. And bada bing, bada boom, you got a business. And I have shared this information through the years with a lot of people that have taken this seriously. And you can specialize in any area. I know some people that specialize in guns. There's TV shows where people will buy up jukeboxes or buy up electronics. And maybe you just specialize in, say, speakers because you're an audio enthusiast. Maybe just fishing poles. And maybe you have some classics. And you go and buy those up. You pick whatever that might be. I know some people like roosters. Maybe China. You find some stuff that is rare China, rare vintage China. That might be a little tough to ship, but properly bubble wrapped and sent out. And there's people that could pack it for you, too. There's stores, that could do it, or you could just kind of learn how to properly do it. But there's a way to do it. And that's all built into the price, but just some fodder for some of you that have written in that have asked me for some ideas on how to pull in a few extra bucks because times are tough and people are looking for extra money during the holidays. Be creative. Use that mind. Let that computer work for you. As people making whole livings off doing what I just told you to do, it takes a little work, but have fun. What are some of the items that you are most interested in you might be knowledgeable about? There you go. And you got a business going, and you might be able to get yourself out of hawk because some of you folks tell me, man, I got the bank account that's looking at me, and it's in the negative, and it's not feeling good. And if you're not one of them that has had that happen to you, well, thank God and thank goodness for all of that. Count yourself blessed. You're listening to For the People. Remember, we're listener supported, and if you'd like to support what we do, you can log on to our website at forthepeopleshow.com. We'll be back live across America.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
Anything you've ever been through in your life, man? I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew was I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it, don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on. To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please call or go online with your gift right now.
For the people is there.
Your American heritage. The Minutemen worked in darkness building their fort of earth and stone on Breed's Hill. Why Bunker Hill gets the credit is lost to history. It was on Breed's Hill in Boston where Yankee Doodle showed his audacity. At dawn, with a roll of drums, confident scarlet-clad British regulars marched up the hill in a thin, rigid line. Behind the chin-high walls, Isaac Putnam said, "Hold your fire. Wait until you can see the whites of their eyes." Then it broke like a thundercloud. Later, lying dead on the green summer grass, were close to 1,300 redcoats. The Minutemen learned that day that the red-coated Superman could indeed be beaten. This has been Don Keyes with another page from Your American Heritage.
Tune in for Your American Heritage Monday through Friday exclusively on this station, brought to you by For the People.
Introducing the official For the People coffee mug featuring the colorful red, white, and blue For the People logo with Keith Allen on a ceramic 11-ounce coffee mug, perfect for any hot beverage of your choice. This mug is a great reminder of what we stand for: God, country, and family, with conservative values and good old-fashioned common sense. To order your For the People coffee mug, pay just $20 plus $3.99 shipping and handling at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And enjoy.
With all the choices out there to enjoy some entertainment, wouldn't it just be nice to have something that didn't cost an arm or a leg? I found something that does just that. It's called 123 Ready TV. It's one of the most remarkable apps available to start watching all of those movies and TV shows for one incredible price, just $19.99. And that's a one-time only price. Recap: all your movies, current and classic, and sports and news, and so much more. So cut the cable and stop spending money at the movies when you can truly have it all at your fingertips. No commercials, just all the entertainment you desire. 123 Ready TV is available for Windows and all Android devices. Get your 123 Ready TV for just $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page to get yours now and start enjoying entertainment the way it was supposed to be. Fun. And For the People continues on your radio, your daily infusion of common sense. I know it's a rarity, but somebody has got to do it. It's a tough job, seriously. And coffee at hand, I am well armed today. French roast from Starbucks I brewed on my new Keurig machine. I got rid of the VU machine that I had. It had VUE pods. Different. It was made by Keurig, and I got the slick office version several years ago, but it turned out it was more pricey than it was worth, so I got a regular, and I got the 2.0 touchscreen, and what I like about this one is you can pick how many cups you want. For instance, 8, 6 ounces, 4 ounces. Maybe you want a little espresso mix, 2 ounces, 10 ounces, whatever you want, more watered-down coffee. It has more flexibility, and it's new. So I've had the other one for over 6-7 years. I'm going to have to sell that one, but it's still worth about $100. I think I bought it for about $250. Some people like it. If you want a VUE industrial coffee maker for Keurig, and you like the VUE This is touchscreen, works perfectly. I just, and you can buy the